Life shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you, and good morning to you. Everybody all right? Everyone okay? Everyone just all right? Listening here, laying in your bed, laying in your bath, on the train, wherever you are. I know people listen to us running, but I always think, I don't think I'd like to listen to a podcast while I'm running, but if you're doing that, then good on you, because you are developing yourself mentally, and you're also developing your body, getting that sexy bod, but the wife or the boyfriend or whoever you're with can't keep their hands off you. Well, a couple of days ago, we did an episode of The Backwards Law. We were looking at how when you really focus in on something and you stress for something, actually it kind of becomes further away from you. And more often than not, the best thing to do is just relax and don't focus in on it and see sort of magic occur in life. And it is one of those podcast episodes that I'm very aware of when I'm doing it. A lot of people are going to go, really? I don't believe this at all. But it's the beauty of life that when you do believe these things, and you can go over to YouTube and you can watch a lot of these motivational guys, and when you are in the journey, you kind of find it interesting, but when it starts happening to you, you listen to these things and think, yeah, that's it, that's exactly how it happens. And so we did one on how your sort of the backwards law comes into play, and we've had some responses. And people have been giving us examples of how things apply in their own life when they've given up searching for stuff, and it's fallen into their life. So first one is from a lady from Willow Grove in Illinois, called Sarah, and she gives us an example. And if you haven't listened to the episode, it's about 3 or 4 back, something like that. Go and listen to that first, because it'll make more sense. But Sarah says, I've been a listener of your podcast for years, and I wanted to share a story that is my backwards law example. After years of stressing about finding the perfect job, I decided to take a step back and instead focus on personal growth instead. I looked at developing myself and learning new skills, and lo and behold, when I stopped obsessing over job listings, opportunities began to flow my way. I landed my dream position at a local startup without even actively searching for it. It's amazing how things fall into place when we stop forcing them. It's true. There's a thing in Taoism called effortless action, and what it means is it's kind of, you're doing things all the time, but you're, as Sarah says, you're not trying to force a round peg through a square hole. You're just doing stuff on a daily basis and keeping your eyes open and seeing what comes your way. And I think the forcing of life, I think that's never going to work. Back in the day, I used to be all about hustle and grind and keep on going and working harder than everyone else. Now, I'd probably say the best thing to do is work less than anyone else, but do the right stuff when you're doing it. So instead of just doing hours and hours and hours, actually, leave it for a few days and think to yourself, this is obviously not if you're in a job. If you're in a job and your boss goes, what have you done for the last few days? You go, nothing. I've been listening to this podcast episode and he said, just leave it for a few days. No, I don't mean that, because you won't be in a job for very long. But if you are building your own dream and building your own career or whatever, instead of forcing it and trying to think, I've got to get this done by tonight, just sort of take a breather, just leave it, and then get your plan right. Know what you're going to do, and the quality of work will be a lot better, I promise you. So Sarah gave us that example. Michael Chang from Maplewood in New Jersey, What's he say? This is about love. This is about love and the old sexy business. Dear Join Up Dots, after reflecting on your backwards law episode, I can give you an example of how it shaped my life recently. For years, I stressed about finding the one and settling down. But when I actually stopped fixating on it and focused on enjoying life's adventures, love actually found me when I least expected it. I met my partner at a friend's barbecue, and the rest is history. It's funny how love has a way of sneaking up on you when you least expect it. I think that's true, and I think that's why most people find love at work. Because you sort of go to an office and there's some new people there, and you might be walking past this person time and time again and not really knowing, but little by little you're sort of relaxing into their company, and then one day you think, I actually quite like this person. This person isn't my dream woman. My girlfriends before my wife were always sort of long leggy, dark-haired, sort of Salma Hayek kind of looking exotic people. And my wife is 4'8", blonde, and anything like that. But when you suddenly realise, you go, yeah, this is it. This is the one that I've been looking for. It's just crept up on you. You don't force it. You just allow it to happen. And I think it allows sort of life to give you roots and foundations before you try to actually put anything on it at all. I think that's what we're talking about here, the backwards law. We're giving it space. We're allowing things to naturally occur, which means that when things do fall in our lap, we're ready for them, and we're better people for it. So Emily Sanchez from Oakdale Heights in California, she said, I want to share a story that perfectly illustrates the backwards law in action. I think I'll be the person to describe if it perfectly illustrates, first of all, but I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does, Emily, and let's see if it does. After years of stressing about my finances and chasing after promotions, I decided to stop everything and just look at my self-care and well-being instead. And to my surprise, when I stopped fixating on money, opportunities for those promotions and advancement and financial stability started presenting themselves naturally. It's like the universe rewarded my focus on abundance with even more abundance. I bet I know why in that, and this is a sort of classic example. People like to look and promote people that look like they're in control, and you wouldn't look at somebody who comes in and they're all scruffy and they're all stressed and stuff. Instead, there's a classic thing of, to get a promotion, you dress like the person who's already in that job and act like them, and so that people will look around and go, oh, Emily looks like she could fit in that, because it's already what they want. So if you are prioritizing self-care and you're having better sleep and you're looking after yourself and your well-being, when they look around, they're going to look for somebody who looks like they've got their shit together, and they go, there you go, there's a job for you. So it's a classic example of that, and you're right, it is a perfectly illustrated example of backwards law. You looked at it from a different way. Instead of trying to get those promotions, you looked after yourself, and then they looked at you and went, okay, she looks like somebody that would be good at that. She's very calm. She's very relaxed. She looks like she's healthy. And then you start getting those rewards. So, yeah, brilliant, Emily. These are all very interesting. I find these interesting anyway. So some of you might go, oh, I'm not listening to this podcast anymore. But think about it in your own way. How much are you striving for something where actually you might want to stop and go totally in a different direction and get those results quicker? David Patel from Willowbrook in Texas. I've been pondering the backwards law, and I have a story that encapsulates its essence. After years of stressing about networking and making connections in my industry, I decided to focus on pursuing my passions instead. And much to my surprise, when I stopped obsessing over networking events, these opportunities to collaborate and connect with others naturally arose. It's incredible how things fall into place when we let go of the need to control every outcome. That is it. That is it, David Patel from Willowbrook, Texas. It's incredible how things fall into place when we let go. We let go of the need to control every outcome. We can't, can we? We can't control every outcome. Life just happens to us, and we just have to go with the ride. And the more I let go and the more I'm just relaxed, the better results come my way. It's end of story. I just know that's how it is. Just breathe, relax, do your best, go to bed and wake up the next morning, and you'll find that things just change. It's the stressed people. It's the people that are negative. It's the people that are, my daughter is trying to get into a dance college, and she's quite negative. When she was young, she used to say, I'm Ashley Can, I can do anything. And now everything is, I'm so annoyed, I'm so stressed. I've actually said to her, every time she says the word annoyed or annoying, she owes me £10. And just this week, I've earned about £350,000, which is brilliant. And she's actually picking up on it herself. She says, yeah, okay, another £10, another £10. So hopefully that's going to change her mindset, and she looks at the positive in life. Because when you just kind of go, there we go, things happen. And we got one last one. I'll just clear my voice. Sorry about that. Jennifer Barnes from Brookside Heights in Florida. I'm going to be in Florida next month. I'll stop in and we'll have a cup of tea, Jennifer. I've been reflecting on the backwards law and its impact on my life, and I have a story that I think your listeners would appreciate. They would. After years of stressing about finding my passion and purpose, big thing, isn't it? People say, find your passion and you never work again. I decided to just focus on embracing new experiences and saying yes to opportunities that came my way. And to my amazement, when I stopped fixating on finding my purpose, clarity and direction naturally emerged. It's as if the universe was waiting for me to relax and trust in the journey. Warm regards, Jennifer Barnes. Absolutely true. I think instead of trying to find that, just do stuff, and then some things you won't like, and some things you'll like, and some things you'll really, really love. So lots of good examples there about, what we learn. What have we learned? We've learned that you don't force anything. You just relax and trust that things happen. You say yes to opportunities. You believe totally that is going to happen. Not that you are trying to fill a hole, but that you're already living it. And dreams come your way when you least expect it. I think that's what we can say on that. Certainly in my life, I got kids when I didn't expect it. I got the dream wife when I didn't expect it. All the good opportunities just kind of fall your way. And when you're trying to force things, it just becomes harder and harder and harder. So just relax in the process. Enjoy yourself and just see what comes your way, and just be happy. And I think happiness is a great way of changing your mindset and seeing things work like magic. And I know a lot of people want a process, a 5-step process and stuff, but sometimes you just have to go, it's there for me, I just have to wait. And once you wait, things naturally occur. So thank you, guys. Thank you very much for dropping us a line. So to Sarah Thompson, Michael Chang, Emily Sanchez, David Patel and Jennifer Barnes, thank you very much for listening to the podcast and dropping us a line with your own examples of the backwoods law. And if anybody else out there has examples where things have just magically happened to you when you've stopped trying for them, then drop us a line. Love to have some more of those. I will punctuate them through the episodes. And for anybody else who's got some examples of great stuff that's just occurring in your life, drop us a line as well, and we're sharing with the world. Until next time, of course, thank you very much. Anybody who wants to drop us a line, joinupdots@gmail.com, or you can come across and leave voice messages, which nobody ever does. I don't know why they don't. You can be famous, hear yourself on a podcast. But until next time, we will be here waiting for you. Look after yourself, keep joining up those dots, and have a good one. Cheers, see ya, bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join up dots, join up dots, join up dots, join up dots. Join up dots.